All right, quiet guys. Almost there. Okay, rolling intro.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Ricky.
And I'm Josh, and welcome
To
the briefing room. So today we've got somebody that I absolutely love watching throughout his social media channels and everything that he's doing. He does a lot of videos, which we're going to see here today. And we're going to get some really good knowledge on how to make good video and what makes him so confident on that camera. So without further ado, we want to welcome Kerin Clarkin from Keller Williams South Shore. He's one of the realtors in the area. He's a prominent realtor in the area. And if you want to know anything about video, this is the guy to follow. So, Kerin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So what's going on, guys? So my name is Kerin. I work for Keller Williams in Riverview. I've been doing real estate, since like 2003, but here in Tampa for about 5 years now. And I do well. Do about 100 houses a year. Kind of just me and my partner Bill and our assistant. That's it. We don't have a big team. We don't want a big team. We're more community, activists. We don't buy leads. We never buy leads, actually. We're personality, relationship, definitely social media. Social media is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, we actually have a video that I was able to clip together of some of the Kerin Clarkin videos that have been released over the past. So, Andy, if you don't mind, if you can roll that for us.
Hey guys, KerinFunTampa.com. How you guys doing? It's Kerin. What's up? I'm Kerin from the Kerin Group. What's up, guys? Kerin with some education. What's up, everyone? Kerin here. What's up, guys? Kerin here in Ybor.
Happy Monday.
What's up, guys? It's Kerin. Hey, everyone. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? Kerin here.
What's going on, everybody?
This is my favorite.
And talk. One, is this a good time to sell? Well, yeah, it kind of is. What's going on, everybody? This is Crackle. We're doing Cocoa Crackle during the quarantine days, okay? 911. It's gonna be real time. I'm gonna cook you something. It's gonna blow your mind, and it's only real fast.
Gives you a different perspective when you see it that route.
I love it, man. I've been loving watching your videos, and those were just, I think that was about 20 clips that I was able to put together to make it. But he's got, I would say, probably over 100 videos altogether of everything that you're doing with all your Facebook lives, and the trivia, and the things that you're doing right now.
Well, I mean, you can definitely tell that you put a lot of thought into your videos, and it really goes to show your creative side. So, I mean, we're super pumped to have you on the show. I think you're going to be able to provide a lot of good information for most of our listeners, and I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right on in it.
Yeah, so obviously the tough topic right now, Kerin, and the topic that's really affecting how all of us are doing business is COVID-19 coronavirus. So give us a little bit of the background on what you're thinking is going to happen, currently happening to the housing market, and how it's going to affect us moving forward. Kerin, did we lose you? Kerin. All right, we might have lost him.
We might have lost Kerin. Oh, he's coming back.
What? Kerin, you there?
There
we go.
For
Oh, there you go. All right, here we are. We're back. So, Kerin, tell us a little bit about your views.
I've been here.
Okay. All right, no problem. Can you still hear us?
I can still hear you guys.
Okay, good. We can hear you too. So it looks like our lag might have extended to about 5 seconds. So no big deal. But tell us about your views on the coronavirus, COVID-19, and how do you feel it's affecting our current housing market and the future housing market?
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
The best advice people is nobody knows what's going to happen, right? We are kind of by whatever the government, everybody else is to do. So there isn't a single person that can say, oh, this is what's going to happen. Or, hey, listen, in 30 days, we don't know. And what's driving me crazy is that there's so many people, especially realtors out there, that are trying to tell people, oh, this is what's going to happen. And it's not true. The best thing you can do right now is say, what's the two options for me as a buyer or a seller in this market? Well, the two options are this. I can put my house on the market and use it as a social media platform where more people are staying home and visually seeing my house via virtual hope without seeing it. Or option B is to wait.
Option B is to wait. So that's what we got. It's kind of lagged out here. So let's just take a pause. Andy,
We're
what do
going
you?
to take a pause. What we're going to do, we're going to call you on the phone and just have you come on speakerphone if that works for you, Kerin.
And we'll clip all this out,
Yeah.
Kerin. So when we release this,
Okay,
it'll.
so we're going to take a
all this will be
small
out.
technical timeout here, and we'll be back in a second.
Yeah, give me a ring. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Karen speaking. All right, I have it on like 3 different computers, so I don't know. Well, I'm on my 3 computers and they're all lagging, right? So I tried another computer. I'm on a different one. If you want to try to see if it's lagging on this one too, because I don't know what else. Because my Wi-Fi is at the top notch. I only had my laptop. Before that, I had my computer. I'm saying I had a third one I turned on. Like they're all off. So I'm trying another one for you guys. Yeah, that's the things I'm having this one in this. Yeah, this. So I mean, the Wi-Fi this is my third. Unless you want phone. What I'm saying is, do you want me to put my phone on my stand and see if it goes through my phone, the video? Yeah, let me see, because I have a stand right in front of me as well. All right, hold on. Let's do this. What is the, let's do it while I'm talking to you on the phone, all right? All right, I'll start doing it from my phone and we'll go from there. VMI.
I got my mic on. I'll talk to him in a sec. Oh, how about now?
I can hear you still.
Okay, good. And you don't hear yourself.
No.
That's amazing. Okay, good. Josh, go ahead and talk. Or Ricky.
All right, are we still here?
I'm here.
Perfect, cool.
You
Perfect.
guys can hear
Perfect.
each other okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so no video?
Not today, sorry.
Okay, no problem. So, Kerin, I want to go back because I know we had a little bit of the technical difficulties here. So, let's go back to the current situation is COVID-19, coronavirus, and how that's affecting our current market and how you believe it may affect the market to be in our area.
So, all right, here's the thing with this whole thing that's going on. Ready? And I'm pretty much very opinionated, and I don't care what anyone thinks about me. You should know that by now. So I kind of give it to you straight. Nobody should be giving their advice what's going on unless they exactly know what's going on. And guess what? No one does, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the market. The only thing that's happening right, because if you look at the market right now, there are houses that are selling like some of them are just selling like hotcakes, right? Which weren't selling before, but out of nowhere they're selling. And then there's homes that are underpriced that are just sitting around. We have two different things going on. We have people that are like Zillow views are going through the roof and social media views. And if you look at my video tours, if you look at like the number of people from last month to this month and the analytics, they're through the roof, right? But then if you look at the people that are physically going in the house, they're completely down, let's say, right? 90% down. So what's going to happen in this market? Well, it all depends on what's going on with the bank. Right now, the banks are changing up things. The FHA requirements are different. Some banks aren't doing VA. So for someone to say this is what's going to happen, it's excuse my language, but it's crap, right? As of right now, there's changes, but we don't know if it's going to be better or worse. Only time's going to tell. How long are we going to be quarantined for? Are the rates going to drop? Are the requirements going to get worse? Is the inventory going to go down? Even if you look at the builders, they're starting to price a little bit lower. So I can't tell you if it's going to be better or worse. I can tell you one thing, hopefully, is that when this is all over, it weeds a lot of the people out that don't know what they're doing. It weeds a lot of the people out that are, not in it for the right reasons, and gets back to where we have a strong market again. We have a lot. The stock market's going to, hurt us to help us. So no one should give you an answer on that, and I don't think it's right for anyone to put their opinion in that doesn't know what's really going on.
For sure. No, I like that. We try to mitigate the fake news. So that's perfect. And I think you're absolutely right. None of us do know what's going on. None of us do know what's going to happen. We're kind of at the mercy of the virus and the way that it, continues to spread. So the thing that I do know is we can all do our part of social distancing ourselves, which kind of brings us to our next piece. So as a part of this social distancing is video, and we've been big on video for a long time. We've been pushing people to start branding themselves, pushing people to start getting on video, and that's one of the things that you have really just taken hold of and done well. So we all saw that clip of you, and your confidence on camera is amazing. And one of the things that with the realtors that I work with that I find the most is that they are not comfortable on camera. They're not confident. They're not comfortable. They feel like they're going to mess up. They're going to get nervous. So where does your particular camera confidence come from?
All right. So there's a couple of things. Let's rewind and talk about people that aren't confident, or people that might have what's the word I'm thinking of here? They have things going against them, right? Or like you got to use your strengths and weaknesses. That's what okay. You got to take your weaknesses and make them your strengths, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. We had this agent that when he was seriously in front of the camera, it was like nails on a chalkboard, man. It was horrible. He was horrible. But the thing is because he was horrible because he was trying to be serious, right? And it was very monotone. But what I told him is I said, okay, your new real estate whole thing is you're the most over-exaggerated, energized agent. So when he went on camera and he was like, hey guys, welcome to the news. It was funny, right? So you have to kind of take either your weaknesses and make them your strengths, or take your strengths and make them even stronger. For me, I don't know. I don't know what being shy is. I never was shy. And I also I don't think about my videos as much as people think I think about them. Like if I see something or I hear something, I just go, all right, I need to do a video on that. I do it right away. And the thing is that with video, people don't realize you constantly have to do content because you got to think about how many things were popular one day and they're irrelevant the next, or they're not funny anymore. And if you don't constantly keep up with video, or anything, you're going to lose traction. So you got to have a lot of content in your back pocket, or come up with characters and do stuff, because at the end of the day, you need people following you, and you have to have different programs, whether it's education, whether it's related to your business, or whether it's just to have people enjoy your videos and laugh.
Right.
Yeah, and your videos definitely make us laugh. We love it. Cooking with Uncle. What is that one, Kerin? Cooking with Uncle.
Nah, man, we're here cooking with Crackle.
Yeah, cousin Crackle, cousin Crackle.
The funny thing is like this is the best advice I try to give to people. And you know what? Hey, take it or leave it. No one. Am I allowed to say a bad word on this?
You say what you want.
Absolutely.
Ready? Watch the best advice. No one gives a shit about what you do for a living until they need you. Right? So at the end of the day, like right now, let's say I'm trying to do all right, a podiatrist, right? I don't need a podiatrist in my life right now. So what the hell do I? I'm not going to follow a podiatrist that's going to tell me about, or an orthodontist. I'm not going to follow an orthodontist about his education, until I need them. But what happens if there was an orthodontist that was cracking me up all the time, or doing something related to Tampa where I was always following them? Well, when the time came that I needed somebody, I'm just going to call him or her, because they kept me already. They kept me going the whole time. They kept my interest. So at the end of the day, no one gives a shit what you do for a living until they need you.
Right.
So keep them following you.
So Kerin, would you say that you do your videos off the cuff, like raw footage, or do you put some thought process behind it?
Right. Like when I was doing Cooking with Crackle, right? Here's a perfect example. I was sitting there and I was like, I was sitting there, I seen his teeth, and I go, let's put them in. I'm going to do a quick cooking thing. Didn't even think about it. One take. I try to do everything in one take. When I was doing Rex to Flex, I was just sitting there working out, and I was already dressed because I was trying to go running in the heat so I can sweat. So I looked like a moron, and I was like, this would be great. I'm going to do Rex with Flex, whatever. But the thing is that even when it's serious, when I'm doing video tours, you're going to keep it humorous.
Right.
So maybe once in a while I'll write a script out, which I've done a couple commercials on TV, which I'll take that more seriously because that's a big thing. But I don't really think about it, man. I'll just be driving or something, and I'm like, I got to do a video right now.
Right.
And do it in one take.
Well, it's a good thing too, right? Because it shows your true personality.
Yeah, I don't care what. Listen, there's the one thing I always say, like if I'm teaching lessons, I'm like, lesson one, no one gives a shit about what you do till they need you, right? Mm-hmm. Well, there's another important lesson here, okay? And I think you guys will agree with this, right? If you're doing funny videos and you're kind of doing numerous things and you're kind of making fun of yourself, but you're not good at what you do, then I'm definitely not going to work with you, right? Like imagine a doctor, right? And a doctor is doing funny stuff, or a surgeon, blah, blah, blah. But then you find out he's never really done any surgeries. You're going to be like, But then if you have another surgeon who's like doing these funny videos and making you laugh, and you found out that he did 100 surgeries last year and all of them were successful, he's got the credibility factor to back up whatever he's doing, right? So when I'm doing these funny videos, you have to do credibility. Like, hey, guys, this month I was the top agent. I sold 30 homes. Because now it's like, all right, this guy might be funny, but he knows his stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you're more than just a class clown.
Right, because I know, I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death with Bueller. I'm going to give you education. If you want to follow it, great, but I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm going to tell you that I sold the house and how I sold it, great. I'm not going to shove it down your throat. But I'll tell you this much, I'm going to make you laugh and smile, and if you don't like that, then I'm not the type of person you should be working with.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're very much along the same lines. You and I have a similar personality. I'm very outgoing and can get on camera, and it just really doesn't bother me. I don't know why. But I think that that's important, and I think that a lot of people could learn from what you just said, right? that people don't care, you know, and that, you know, you got to get that content out there that's humorous and funny and gets people following you for more than just the fact that you're a realtor. Which actually kind of leads us into the next thing that I wanted to ask you. In a lot of your videos, you've got your shirt on that says, you know, funtampa.com. So talk to us about the beginning stages of funtampa.com, how you came up with that idea, and then was it difficult to start that up?
So here's a huge factor involved, and I'll merge this in with Fun Tampa. By the way, if you want to be really successful in business, you got to have ADD like me, because it merges everything together so well, because I control it, where I can just like put them all in one pot. Yeah. But like, think of it like this. One big factor with real estate is this. Don't lie and bullshit, because I catch realtors out there every day lying that they do this and they do that. They're the #1 agents and they sell shit, right? They're all lying. I'm not going to call them out personally. It's just pathetic to me, right? But the thing is, that also goes with soliciting and everything as well. Don't solicit. Don't try to do something where people are they're gonna feel you out and go, oh, this is just a marketing gimmick, right? What people don't realize is Fun Tampa is nothing. It has everything to do with real estate, but nothing to do with real estate. Meaning, I don't do it to get business. That's why I never mention Kerin Realty or Kerin at KW or the Kerin Group or anything, right? Fun Tampa was something that I did because I think Tampa's got a lot of cool restaurants and a lot of fun places to go, and a lot of local cool things. So if you're moving to Tampa or Riverview, wherever else, I want to show you cool places to go. That's all I did it for. And what happened is it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I said, you know what? Let's have fun with it. And I have people approach me all the time. You should make money from this. I don't want to. It's a hobby. It keeps people following me. I don't shove real estate down their throat. And it's really cool. And you know what? I meet a lot of people from it. And it's really fun and exciting. That's my hobby. I also have a cleaning company, right? And I also have this new thing that I'm launching. Again, it has everything to do with real estate, but I don't merge and I don't market my real estate. And I also have my food truck festival that I never solicit business. And that's what makes it more successful. Is imagine if I did everything under my real estate company and I said, hey guys, it's the Kerin Group here at this place, I would lose credibility, because then people would think it's a marketing gimmick. Just do it for fun. Have fun. Look, if you, like Josh, for instance, with your riddles, right? If you say, hey, I'm Josh, and today we're doing riddles, that's one thing. But if you said, hey, I'm Josh from the title company, now you lost credibility because you're only doing it to get business.
Yeah, it's like showing your cards at the front. It's no longer a sale. Yeah.
People are going to hate on you regardless and go, oh, you're only doing it for this reason. But guess what? People love the fact when people are real. You're not allowed to solicit at any of my events. When I do anything food related or something, you're not allowed to solicit business. And you know what? I might have lost thousands of dollars from real estate, but I've gained so much more respect out of it.
And you're thinking long term, which I think is more important in what we do as far as the real estate industry. It is a long term game.
So Kerin, just real quick though, would you say that the videos that you have created have also helped with receiving more referrals, even though you're not explicitly asking for the business? Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, people don't realize is don't do it for that reason, and you'll get more out of it, right? It's kind of like the whole concept of, like, you ever see like when they're saying like golf, right? Perfect example of golf. When you try too hard, you probably will fuck up more, right?
Right.
But when you just don't think about it, just swing, you'll hit the ball better. When you try to solicit yourself all the time, I'm this, people are gonna be like it's like the guy huge, Tampa huge, right? People are just like, I'm so sick of it. You know, be yourself, be you. So then what happens is, I don't really care about real estate in the sense of trying to be like, I'm the best agent in the world. I make more money than you. I'm very successful. I do very well. But at the end of the day, Fun Tampa is really fun to me. It's a hobby. But I actually do well from it because of that reason. Because I'm not trying to merge in and trying to be something, you know what I mean? Like, it's its own entity that gives me more credibility that, believe it or not, I've made more money in real estate from it.
Yeah, and I think that's what content marketing is, right? I think it's just getting the content out there, what people want to see, which I think you capture very well. One of the companies that I've seen that does this really well is Red Bull. If you go to Red Bull's website, you know, they don't sell any Red Bull on the website. It's all about extreme sports, right? They found their niche, they found out where they want to be and where the bulk of their clients spend their time watching, and that's what they've attached to. And so I think that's what you've done as well. You've just gotten out there, you fill it with great content, you get lots of videos out there, and you just keep people engaged with everything that you're doing and never, you know, explicitly ask for business.
I'll say something crazy. Watch this. Let's say you both are realtors. Let's just say, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just say you both are realtors and you're becoming successful, right? But you did nothing else but become a realtor, right? Right. And I'm over here and I'm a food blogger and a fun blogger, let's say. Now you both have 1,000 followers, which is good as a real estate agent, right? And I have 50,000 followers in Tampa, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say I decide to become a realtor and I go and I reach out to everyone, hey guys, what's up? Food and fun is doing great, but I'm now launching a real estate business. I'm going to blow you guys out of the water. Mm-hmm. Because what happened was majority of the people are not going to follow realtors. They're going to follow someone fun and food. So now I had all this content that built this huge following that I now have free access to. Where you guys started as realtors and that's all you did all day long and people don't care about that. And now you have nothing. And the point is that that's kind of what I built for myself. I said, look, this is how I kind of do things. I always laugh. I go, hey, my name's Kerin. Yeah, I do real estate. But yeah, who cares about that? Whatever. So, hey, let's have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need me, call me. If you don't, I don't care. Yeah. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just real quick, too, for those who are listening, can you talk a little bit about Fun Tampa? Like, what's it about, or what do you?
Well, this is how Fun Tampa started. All right, guys. You move into Tampa, or you're coming to. You live here your whole life, because so how it started is I lived in Carrollwood. Let me tell you real quick. I lived in Carrollwood, South Tampa, Seminole Heights, Brandon, Rocky Point, Ybor, and Riverview. And I lived all over for the last decade, right? I moved all over the place. So I used to go to different spots, right? I used to do marketing for Gas Bush Grotto and Whiskey North back, when Whiskey North was like the freaking coolest place to go. So there's so many cool places to go to, and I don't think people realize that. So I started shooting these videos, and I would say, hey, if you're ever in this area, check out this place. And hey, if you ever want to try a good burger, check out this place, blah, blah, blah. And I made it fun, And what happened was somebody caught wind of it, and they put me on the front cover of The Observer. So then I remember one day I went to the Old Castle in Sun City. It's a German restaurant. And the owner came out to me. She says, hey, you're a Fun Tampa guy. I said, yeah, I am, And she goes, hey, can you do something for us? And I said, yeah, because I don't charge anyone. It's all free of charge, right? And what happened was I was getting sick of these companies coming in and charging everyone all this money. If you live in Tampa and you Google, hey, I want to go to a steakhouse, right? You're only going to find the places that pay. Mm-hmm. What about the places that don't have the money to pay that are better?
Right.
You're never going to find them. Well, you're going to find them from me now, right? Because I'm going to advertise for them. And that's the whole thing. And it just became this fun hobby of mine. I don't go out to the bars and the clubs and all that. That's not my thing. I like exploring Tampa and having fun. And then you know what happened? Somebody found out I did a video for them. Oh man, you did a video for me? Yeah. A week later, you do real estate? I said, yeah. Why didn't you tell me? Because it has nothing to do with real estate. Well, I need to sell my house. Here you go.
Wow.
Boom. Instant referral deal right there.
Yep. But it doesn't matter. But the thing is this. It doesn't matter if I get the referral or not. I don't care. You know what's happening is, do you know how many, some guy actually blasted one of my videos I did for him, and it had like 45,000 views, and people were writing in like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I seen that guy. Blah, 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 blah. It's all building my brand.
Yeah.
And so the other thing too is, you laugh at, you go like this. Facebook is the best, worst marketing there is. And I'll tell you what I mean is, you can never control a whole neighborhood. You can't control a whole farming area from Facebook, because do they have Facebook? Is the algorithm showing you to everyone? No, it's not. It's only showing you to a small percentage. But imagine you were sitting there and you say, I'm part of 37 different social media sites. I'm part of the mom's group, the dad's group, the beer, this, the golfers, and you did a funny video for each one of those people, right? But you made it just for them. How many people would you reach at that point? You see what I'm saying? Like, I did a funny video just for the mom's group, a funny video just for the dad's group. And that's how you have to brand yourself. You have to constantly give people what they want without being fake and have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's just that. You know, when my funny videos, I'm doing toilet paper humor, right? But I'm having fun with it. I'm posting all over the place. People like that. Keep people happy and give them what they want.
Yes. Very good. Yeah. And so to kind of piggyback on that, what I've seen is that every time that you release a video, you're in like a different place. So whether it's a restaurant or whether you're out at Curtis Sixon or you're in your office or you're at home. So I get the feeling that you're pretty good at time blocking because of how busy you are. So walk us through a typical day in the life of Kerin Clarkin or Mr. Fun Tampa.
So I say the key to success, and everyone in the world will argue with this one, but whatever. The key to success is having no organization whatsoever, right?
I can get on board with that.
I have a partner. His name is Bill Glasgow. He is the complete opposite of me. He is quiet, content. He's focused. He has every, you know, and I'm like off the wall all over the place. That's why we do very well. But the thing is, a typical day would be, all right, I wake up early. I go to the gym. This is another big factor. I'll tell you this much. A really big key to my success is, except for this week or the last 2 weeks, because I've been really bad with it, intermittent fasting. I don't start eating till 3 in the afternoon.
That's like Riki.
What happens is, since I intermittent fast, I'm not focused on eating. I'm not focused on any of that. So my Fun Tampa videos don't start till after that time frame. Because if I have to do a tasting or something, right? So I get up, I go to the gym, I get in front of the camera, I go do my client list and blah, 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 and I get everything done. And then at 3 o'clock on certain days, I'll start shooting my Fun Tampa stuff. Certain days I'll shoot real estate videos, and I'll just kind of like categorize what days are, you know, what needs to be done. And I constantly do that all the time. But I don't have a time frame of when I stop working. Sometimes I don't stop working until 10 at night, 11 at night. But I enjoy what I do, so I don't care, you know?
Right.
The one thing I lack on, which I have to get back to, is door knocking and cold call. But I'm not going to tell you what I do because that's my secret thing. The most successful thing in the world to me is door knocking. And if people only knew how to do it the right way, oh my God, I love door knocking.
Yeah, I heard there's a broker, a little guy out here, but he owns a big team, and he's big on door knocking too. He's huge on it. He thinks that it's the best way anytime you're doing open houses or anything like that. Door knock the neighborhood, door knock the local apartment complexes. So you're now the second person that has said that, and I think a lot of people do believe that that is an old school tactic. Why do you believe in it so much?
I'll tell you why. Door knocking, think about it like this. Door knocking is the only organized way of hitting a whole farming area 100%, by far. Now, granted, it takes longer to, like, you can mail out mailers. So let's say there's 3 different variations. If you go on Facebook and let's say there's 10,000 people that live in a community, right? Well, you only might reach 1,000 of them, even if you boost it or anything, because again, it's an algorithm who has a computer, who's on Facebook, the whole 9, right? You can do a mailer, and you can reach every house. Who reads their mail, right? Who actually throws it away? Who doesn't care? Door knocking, if you get everyone to answer their door, is the only way to 100% reach everyone. But it takes the longest amount of time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually did it with a realtor, and it was my first time, and I agreed. I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. I'll go through and do, 100 houses or so, and it took hours to do. But what do you do when you knock on that door and they answer? What's your – and that may be what you consider your secret sauce, but –
My secret sauce I'm not going to say because it's my secret sauce.
Right.
It's funny. It's like this. If you ever go to bowl, I love Keller Williams and I'm pro Keller Williams, right? But they have their own teaching schools and everyone has their seminars and blah, 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 blah. I always try to tell agents like this. If you go to a real estate seminar, you're a sheep and you're never going to make money, right? Because what's happening is you're just learning what everyone's learning. It's like if you had a row of restaurants, pizzerias, let's say all 20 pizzerias, and they went to a seminar to learn how to make the best slice. Well, guess what? You all are serving the same freaking slice.
That's so true.
It's mind-boggling how many people just follow people and they just don't get it. So when you have 100 people knocking on the same doors, and then I come in, I'm gonna take you guys away. So we had this video, and I don't know where it is. I knock on this guy's door, right? True story. It actually happened twice, but he goes, "What do you want?" And I give him my business card, and he slams the door in my face, right? Whatever, it is what it is. And I'm walking away, and he opens up the door, and we're filming at this point, doing something. And he comes outside, and he goes, Kerin, my wife said to say sorry that you're like this big guy for the community, and I really didn't realize when you were here, and I'm sorry. And then later that night, because I was doing like 8 hours of door knocking, somebody flipped out at me for knocking on that door at 7:30 at night. Flipped out. I mean, flipped out, right? But I didn't leave because I knew he wasn't going to be mad when he answered. So when he answered, I was like, what's up? And he said, Kerin, what's up, man? I didn't know it was you. I haven't seen you since the food truck. But the point was this. If you do it the right way, nobody gets mad. And I do it the right way. And I miss it because you can kill 3 birds, right? You're door knocking, you're exercising, which I always tell people, exercise. And you also can do a lot of content while you're door knocking.
Yeah, and it sounds like what you're saying is that your branding really is why you have even more success through door knocking, is because people already know who you are. It's not like they're just opening the door for a stranger. They're opening the door for, Mr. Fun Tampa.
Well, and just, and that's the thing. It's like, when people always ask me why, how come you're successful and how come you sell all these things, one of my biggest frustrations I have is, I have a bunch of buddies that live in different areas and friends of mine, and I'm always trying to explain to them. I go, guys, and I do help people. I don't do seminars, and I don't do this, and I don't charge people anything, and it just drives me nuts how many people out there are fake and everything. But there are a lot of good people that I try to help. And I had a class of 10 agents from all over Tampa. Not one of them listened to me. Not one of them. A year later, this was last year, I get a phone call from one of them, and I'm on speakerphone in his office, and they're like, how did you do $25 million last year, whatever the number was? And I go, are you kidding me? I go, exactly the way I taught you. I go, but everyone wants the quick money, right? They want the quick dollar. I want the dollar. I want the quick dollar. I'm going to pay for leads. And I'm laughing like, you just don't get it. I call it the doctrine theory, right? The doctrine theory is, if right now someone said, go to school and get your doctorate, you'd be like, heck no, right? 7 years? I'm not going back to school for 7 years. But then if someone would have told me 7 years ago, I would have already had it, right? It would be like that. 7 years went by like that. It's the same concept. If you just listen to what I tell you and you just understand my concept, you'll make money hand over fist in no time. But you know what happens? No one listens. They all think they know everything. 4 years later, they're in the same spot because they're not branding themselves correctly. And the other problem is they jump from freaking company to company. Oh, I want to. That's the biggest downfall to real estate. The biggest downfall is people care about the commission splits. The stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, I'm going to ask you both a quick question. You ready? I'm starting a new company. It's called blah 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 real estate. Okay, I want you to be honest with me. I'm starting a new company. Some people offer 100% commission. You have to pay a certain amount a month. Some people offer 70-30 splits, 80-20, whatever. This is my split. You ready? Okay. I keep 90% and you only keep 10%. Would you join my company?
Well, it depends on what you're giving me for that 90%, I guess.
No, 10%.
Without saying anything, would you work for a company that offered you 10%? They kept 90% of your money.
No.
Well, I would have to disagree. I would say,
and then I say, okay, no problem. I forgot to mention all my agents make at least $300,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I would definitely work for you, right?
Right.
Because the problem is, every agent cares first and foremost about their commission, and I go, your commission's irrelevant. 100%, 10%. You're basing it on a percentage that has no value. And they go, well, I'm going to work for this company. They're giving me 100%. I go, so what? What is 100%? It doesn't matter. I could have made 20%, still made more than half the people. But the problem is that's their focus. It makes no sense to me. Use your brand. Use the brand of the company. Use whatever you can. Who cares about commission splits? Is the last thing you should think of.
Absolutely.
Right, because I believe it's the skills that you would learn that would ultimately determine your final income figure or whatever that personal income goal is, right?
Right.
It doesn't. I mean, that's where you're going to fail, and that's the other thing too. Is like when I'm trying to teach people stuff, and they're like, and then I see them jumping from this company to that company. This guy, I go, what are you doing? Like, well, the splits. I go, forget the splits. Who cares? I go, if you're making 100%, you only selling 3 houses a year. We're a big whoopie-doo. Good for you. Or this guy who's making 50-50 and selling 100 houses a year. You know what I mean? Like, who cares?
Right. I'd have to agree.
Yeah, and to me, I mean, that's something that I had even my own father, who's a realtor, and he and I were talking about it one time when I was trying to figure out the commission splits, and he was very much like you. He said, "Look, don't worry about the commission split. Worry about what they're going to be able to help you with. Worry about how they're going to be able to help you become a strong realtor." So if so when he does his interviews, it's, "Hey, I'm not even going to talk to you about the commission. Tell me how much you want to make this year. You tell me you want to make this amount. Okay, cool. This is what we're going to do to help you get there."
I don't know why anybody joins. I mean, again, I'm not hating on anybody, but if you're joining a company that I always say this: if you're a new agent, you join a company that if you walked into a bar and said the name and not one person knew what you would talk about, why the hell you work for that company? You know what I mean? Like, so nobody in the whole restaurant knows the company your name, but you're going to work for them. So, and you're new, and you don't even have a brand name for yourself yet. Crazy. And don't do the gimmicks either. That drives me nuts. Like people being like, "Oh yeah, I'm this." I'm like, just be yourself, but do something, and keep it going. That's the other thing. People quit too quick. They don't let it go for long. They quit way too fast.
Oh yeah. I mean, even in our industry, I think the last metric I heard was that 40% of people quit after the first cold call. They call somebody one time, they never call them again, and it's a multiple touch business. And quitting quick. I mean, it goes back to what you're saying when you talk about how when the motivation dies down and things like that. It's who you have in your team and who's behind you that's helping push you and brand you. If your company doesn't have a brand, how are they going to help you teach you to brand yourself? Right? It's just about what they're also going to bring to the table more than just what the split is. So I'm super glad you brought that up, Kerin. And so to transition forward, I mean, social distancing has been a big piece of what we're doing. This has been a new term for us as well, as I'm sure it was for you. So how has that affected your business, and what are you doing to stay, social distanced from other people?
So this is the craziest time. This is the craziest time in our business career, right? People can be like, "Oh, I mean, I was in the business of 2007, 2008, but this is the craziest thing. Think about this. You now have every opportunity to get in front of people for free on a daily basis because people are forced to sit home. And what are they going to do? They're going to do 3 things. Eat. Well, they're going to do a lot more than 3 things, but you know what I'm saying. Eat, watch TV, or get on their computer on Facebook, right?
Absolutely.
Your parents and even me, when I started real estate, there was no Facebook. There was no MySpace. So if this happened to me in 2002, I would be doing nothing, right? We had free marketing at our fingertips, and we have every use of it. And you can brand yourself to people who have never heard of you before. Use this to your advantage. Get on social media. Get on Nextdoor. Get on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything. And get on there. And this is your opportunity. If you don't have one, set it up. It's funny. People go, "I never get business from Instagram," right? I always hear that all the time. I never get business from Twitter or Tumblr. Okay, let's work this out. How many social media platforms did you say there are across the board? I mean, every aspect. How would you say? Maybe 500? 1,000?
Yeah.
Right?
I know there's a bunch out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you joined every single one of them. And every single day you posted the same thing on every single one of them. And it's 5 hours of work, right? And at the end of the year, you only got 1 single referral from Twitter, 1 from Instagram, 1 from Facebook, and so on. Okay, well, if you add them all up and say that's 75, you times that by an average commission of $3,000. You're not happy with $210,000 for doing shit?
Right.
Yeah.
It's stop being lazy. Stop being freaking lazy. Get off your damn ass. You do stuff for free. It's free marketing. You're forced to do it. Take advantage of the social distancing. Do it, and then by the time we get back to normal, you've already embedded and did it that you can just start continuously doing it. Right. And then maybe you pay someone to do it.
Right. So now it makes me curious, Kerin. If you had to choose one social media platform, what would it be?
If I do one?
Yep, just one.
Okay, so this is how you have to take social media platform. If you're going to choose one, do Facebook. Now, that's not to say and I hate to say this because I do not believe in it, but like Instagram is better for certain people. Mm-hmm. Facebook is better for certain people. And there's different things, right? Like if I was a sex symbol and I was in shape, Instagram's a better platform. You know what I mean? It's true, though. You know, you look at certain things and certain people get followed by certain different things. But I think Facebook is the best way to do it. Because you got to remember, Facebook, you can have your public, then you can have your business, and then you can have different business pages, and then you can join pages. So Facebook is by far the best
for network. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I've always said that it's groups.
Okay, so there was a yard. I'll tell you another quick story. Let's say I'm part of 500 yard sale sites. I can't stand yard sale and all that stuff because they're always flooded with real estate anyway, right? So I did a funny-ass video. It took me like 30 seconds. And I posted it on all the yard sale sites. And people were writing to me privately like, I'm so sick of realtors on here, but God, your stuff is so funny. Thank you for a fresh breath of air, whatever. And, and that was it because they're so used to the same crap that when they see mine, they're like, that's funny. Oh, my God. And guess what? I sold it. I sold it to someone via social media at the house.
That's awesome. And that's what we're trying to teach people. I saw one that you posted in a yard sale page the other day. My favorite ones in these yard sale pages, because I'm in them too, right? Because I try to tag, realtors here and there, whatever I can do to help, you guys. And so the one I saw, this lady was moving from Texas, I think it was, and she had put up that she was looking for a house, yada, yada. And about 20 comments in, you commented, and so it begins. Because you see it too, because you'll get 180 realtors comment on this one thing, and maybe that's the only comment they do all year. You know what I mean? Is these little yard sale pages. So I think it's so funny. I love what you do through social media.
Let me give you I'm going to give you guys two quick things before I forget. First thing, if you're a homeowner and you have to go on Facebook to ask for a recommendation, you're losing your effing mind. Because here's the problem. You know how I'll never forget this comment. This woman wrote, I'm about to go through foreclosure. I'm about to lose my house. I need an agent that knows what they're doing. Nobody reads that. They just say, all they read is, I need an agent, right? The first comment, my son just got out of real estate school and got his license last week. He can help you. Oh, yeah. Well, this agent's going to help someone through foreclosure who just got his license. Yep. Hey, I'm an agent. I can definitely help you. I've sold a lot of homes. I looked them up. They sold one home. People are liars on that thing. Liars, right? And the problem is these people should not be on Facebook asking recommendations. Go on Google. Do your research. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just do it. I just go. This is the funniest thing. I go, yeah, my brother's friend's cousin's uncle and dog and his cat and dentist. And I always write these things. They're all realtors. And people, I would say the last 10 people that asked for recommendations, 8 of them ended up calling me.
That's awesome. You see?
Yeah, because I'm so sick of recommending. But here's another thing, and for all realtors that are listening, the number 2 rule real estate. Don't ever, 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 ever talk about your personal gains in life. What kind of car you just bought, what kind of house you bought. It is the tackiest nonsense I've ever seen in my life. And I've literally had, I would say, I think I had 10 or 15 deals last year of homeowners that were like, we interviewed a couple different agents and we looked up they look up personal Facebook stuff. They will do their due diligence. And they go, man, you never talk about anything about personal gains. You always just talk about having fun and this and that and real estate. And we want you. And then they do the due diligence. And I've had them say, I looked up this person. All they do is talk about money and they talk about what they bought. And they lose so much business and they don't get it. Stop bragging to the world. All you're doing is rubbing it in people's faces that they don't have money and you do. It's so pathetic.
Yeah, absolutely. And the piece to that I think others might say, and so I want to give you a chance to rebuttal it, is some people try to find their niche, right? And so to those people who would say, oh, well, that's my niche. I only sell houses to people who also like to follow people who are rich and spend a lot of money. What would you say to that?
Okay, so watch. Let's put it this way. Give me a rich person's love or something. Give me something that will show off.
Cars. I think they love cars.
Okay. Here's the difference. Okay, let's say cars. There's a big difference in me saying, hey guys, what's up? Look at my brand new car I bought. Look at my car in front of this house. Look at my car. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying there's that version, right? Or I can say, hey guys, what's up? We're at this new car dealership. Look at this brand new car that they got here. Hey guys, look at this house right here. I'm showing you other people's possessions. See what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm bringing you other people's possessions. That's 1,000 times better than saying, look at what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. Look at me. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the problem is that a lot of people, listen, there's a lot of people that just hate on people in general. You're going to lose them. And there's a lot of people that just get upset being like, well, if you're showing off all that, what are you doing for the people that don't have it? Do you know how much money I spend on helping people out? It's insane, right? But I never once talk about anything that I have ever because it doesn't matter what I have.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it's with everything. Like, okay, let's like watches, right? I love watches. It's one of my biggest things I collect. I don't ever talk about them on social media. I don't show them off, right? But it'd be one thing if I was like, hey guys, I'm Kerin. This week I'm going to show you a watch that Macy's is selling. Oh, this is beautiful. Hey guys, this is my client. He's got a beautiful watch. I'm not talking about myself. So people are going to follow me. It's like, you ever watch a cooking channel, let's say? You know, people go around, they showcase really like Fun Tampa. Okay, if I was like, hey guys, welcome to this restaurant, people like that. But if I was like, welcome to my restaurant, and today I'm cooking this, and it's $500, that's pathetic.
Right. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the whole thing. Don't show off. Don't brag about stuff. There's nothing wrong with to have a love for cars. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a love for the finer things. But do it like, if you're like, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I'm going to take you on an adventure of the most high-end steakhouses. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't say, look at me eating this $500 steak.
It's all about how you frame it, is what you're saying, right?
And that's the thing. It's like, you have to be part of the masses and just be like, you know, and at the end of the day, why don't you do this? If you want to do it, why don't you do it where you give someone an opportunity to, hey guys, this week I'm picking one person to go out to this place. Because now you're giving people opportunities and chances.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That is some strong little nuggets right there for all of our realtors that are watching this, because they are looking at trying to brand themselves and they are sitting at home wishing that they had. A lot of people know this is the time that they should be spending, yes, to brand themselves, and then have no idea what that even means, right? Some people have no clue how to get to where you are today, Kerin. And so I think you've given us some great tools to get up to where you are. But I am curious about one thing. So you're high energy. I've seen the videos with your son. Your son's pretty high energy. I haven't seen a lot of your wife. What has it been like being quarantined in the house with you and your son and the wife? And who's been doing all the trips out of the house?
So well, let's say this. Me and my ex, we get along very well. So we are not together, right? And it's not needs to be public and out public, but we get along very well. We're actually best friends. So I kind of just am by myself when my son's not with me. When my son's with me, we're two energies off the wall for 24 hours a day. But I'm actually more like thinking all day. So I always say my brain doesn't stop, right? I'm always thinking. What can I do? What can I do next? All right. So just to give you guys a heads up, while I was waiting to do this interview, or this what do you call it, seminar, whatever, I was doing a video about the Tiger King. After I'm done with that, I'll do another video. And that's what I do a lot. I'm always thinking and getting creative and writing things down. I'm very visual. I have dry erase boards everywhere in my office, in my house, and I write stuff constantly. So whether it's, I need to read these books, I need to bike ride this many miles, and what bills I have to pay, and what houses I have, everything's visual. So my brain doesn't stop. And to some people, it might be a downfall, but for me, it works. Because it constantly, keeps me going and trying to figure out what I have to do. It's something that some people, here's what every realtor should do from now on, starting after you hear this. Wake up, get a piece of paper, write down your goals of the day, right? Or email them to yourself the night before. And email yourself when you wake up. And always have some sort of content you're going to do. Always. And then get it going, and then do as much as you can, because you can save it on like your desktop or whatever, and then save it for another day. I have, videos I haven't even shown anyone yet, and constantly do that. And then you have to come up with different ideas. Like every time you sell a house, you need to do something. Every time, and just do, goals and nonstop. if you like me, you'll go nuts probably. But that's what it's like with new quarantine, honestly. Just constantly writing down goals. I do trivia every night or every other night, right?
I've played.
You know, it's like I always keep myself busy. You know, so it's kind of like you know, at the end of the day, it's like I love to see people be successful for the right reasons. I hate to see people do success for for not for the right reasons. Be yourself. Don't lie. Don't fake it. You know, that whole fake it till you make it. Don't do that. Be real. Don't be fake and don't put things in people's faces. Have fun. Do whatever you love, whatever it is, cooking, cars, do it the right way. Have people follow you for the right reasons. Give them the credibility to show them that you're doing stuff. And always make sure that your name is always solid. Because at the end of the day, and here's the last advice I'll give somebody. At the end of the day, not everyone is going to get along with you. Right? There's going to be somebody, you know, you look at Burn's Steakhouse, you know, there's bad reviews, right? There's never a perfect review on anything in the world. Right. It just isn't what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're solid, you're truthful, and you do the right thing, if there is someone that just doesn't like you for some reason, everybody else, the town will come together and go, nah, I don't care what you say. This guy's solid. This girl's solid. Mm-hmm. So just keep your name solid. Do the right thing by people. Because that's all that matters. At the end of the day, it's your name.
That's cool, man. This has been, I can't imagine, you know, getting better information all in one sitting from anywhere else. So we're super happy. Thank you so much, Kerin, for everything. I do want to let you know, keep your eyes out because I've got a TikTok challenge. Are you on TikTok yet?
So it's funny enough, I haven't done that yet, but I actually, I watch it and sometimes I'm like, man, I can do that real estate related, or I can do that this related. So
yeah, so we've got one coming out. We're going to be dropping it soon, and we're going to start a challenge. So every time we release one, we're going to challenge a realtor. So I'll make sure to throw you on that list, and then you have to do it and challenge somebody else. So we'll have some fun, and we'll get that going around. I think we have. Do we have any more questions? Are we good?
We do. Yeah, we do have.
Okay, yeah, I think Andy had a couple. Andy's our sound guy, by the way. So we're super appreciative to have Andy here to set all of this up. As you can see, this isn't some iPhone setup. We've got multiple cameras. I've got a camera here, camera here, camera here. So very cool stuff. Yeah, audio. We had some technical difficulties today, Kerin, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, Kerin, where can people find you on social media? What are some of the biggest ones that you're really active on?
Well, you can just follow my business page, which is the Kerin Group.
Okay.
And then Fun Tampa, I just launched, so that one is new. Fun Tampa, I also launched. I mean, I have a cleaning company, 3-Way Cleaners, but I mean, I don't really do anything funny on that yet. What I'm going to start doing is I have a YouTube channel that I'm going to start launching again. I used to. You want to hear something funny real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
In the gap of real estate, because I was doing real estate in Long Island, and then when the market crashed, I came down here for 30 days. I ended up living down here. Obviously. You know the drinking game Flip Cups?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
I own flipcups.com, and I used to design shirts for Spencer's. And I had a huge townhouse of all drinking products. And that's kind of where I was the first realtor in Long Island to do marketing one way. I can tell you a quick story if you guys have a second.
Yeah,
Back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, but mostly in the 90s, if you were in Manhattan or on the beach or whatever, there was, and I'm not talking about thousands, I mean tens of thousands club flyers everywhere. You got to remember, there was no social media yet, right? Yeah. So what would happen is these club kids would print out these flyers, and they would go all around Manhattan, Long Island, colleges, the beaches, and they would hand out flyers because it was a huge time, 7 days a week.
I remember that. Yeah.
Clubs everywhere to party. So when I got into real estate, I was a big club kid back then, I said, no one's understanding the concept of flyering because they weren't in that scene. So I was the first realtor to go to my club guy and say, I need club flyers, but real estate related. And I would go to the malls and all the popular places, I would flyer cars and flyer everything. I was banned from the mall. I could never go back there because there was flyers everywhere. And the first deal I ever got, I remember the guy to this day, Eric Benzavanga. It was like 2003. He said, if you stop flyering my car, I promise I'll buy a house from you. And he did. He bought a $450,000 house from me. He goes, I've never had so many flyers on my car within a month. It was driving me crazy.
But it worked. Guerrilla marketing, man.
Right.
That's all I did. I fly all the time, right?
That's
so then what happened I was always doing funny stuff like that, right? I would do like me on Santa Claus's lap, whatever. And then during holidays, I would make like Irish soda bread and go to all my clients' houses. Or I would pick a name out of a hat, just show up at a house and say, you won this. And that was the whole concept. And when that market crashed and I kind of was still young and figuring life out, and I owned the name Flip Cups, I started doing the same concept with Flip Cups. I was doing funny videos and doing this stupid stuff, you know? And then I started doing marketing for different restaurants in Tampa, doing the same thing, becoming successful in the marketing. So I said, what am I doing? Let me get back into real estate. And I had an interview with Keller Williams, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be your top agent within the next year or two. I go, because people all do the same thing, and they don't realize that people in life need to laugh and smile.
Yeah.
And that's it. I just went forward with it, and I started doing all this crazy stuff, and I had fun with it, and it just took off.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's I
That's
love
such a
hearing
really
the-
interesting story.
Yeah, I love hearing the background stories to realtors like that because all of you guys have very interesting stories of, especially the ones that as I've noticed, the ones that kind of make it to that next level of realtor, right? They all have something that really pushed them, you know, in their past, and something that they went through that is now, you know, fueled them to the success level that they're at. So I love hearing that. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, you know, you look at it like this. You go, there's two different types of Tampa realtors, right? And then it branches out. These are the two different types. There's the people that are just popular, that are born and raised in Tampa, right? The Tampians and the people that went to high school here, or the people that for some reason were popular because of XYZ. And you ever see them on Facebook? They'll post something that is like, hey, I went to the store today. It's like 400 likes. And you're just like, the fuck? You just
Yeah, right.
like,
They have an organic network, yeah.
I have to freaking make a huge announcements on my personal page to even get like 60 or 70, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that those people already have a following. Now, the issue with that is that they automatically assume that they're going to be successful in real estate. And I'm like, that's not what's going to happen, because there are people that person who's popular in Tampa, there's 16 other people that are popular in Tampa that are all realtors, right? And you get someone like me. I'm not born and raised here. When I moved to Riverview, I didn't know a single person, and I built myself a brand, a little empire to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do for you. And that's the biggest key is you have to. I built it from scratch. I didn't spend $1 on leads, nothing. And there's all these other people that are like, you know, these popular people. And if they were to switch their mode up a little bit, God, they'd make like $1 million a year. But they're not getting it. They like. I don't. It's hard for me to explain it. And I just watch people, and I'm like, man, you have so many followers organically from just living here, and you're not doing it the right way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you actually brought that up, Kerin, because like I had a conversation with another agent this morning about that very same thing, about how, you know, I mean, he does pretty decent volume now, but he's in the process of creating his team, trying to get to that next level. But he's not from Florida, right? And he wants to hear the story about that person or that guy that came here, didn't know anybody, didn't go to school with anybody, and climbed, you know, clawed his way to the top, you know. And what kind of, I think we'll have to say that for a future episode.
For sure. Yeah, we'll get a panel together. He's actually a New Yorker just like you.
Yeah.
So he's probably gone through similar struggles that you've gone through.
What's his name?
I'll say it. It's Tommaso Bellafamini.
Yeah,
with Florida executive over here in Brandon.
And the reason I bring it up, I think I'm doing a deal with him right now, because he texts me. He goes, "Good luck today at 3." I go, "What the hell is this guy talking about?"
Oh yeah, because he's the and then he's the buyer's agent, and then yeah.
He's like, "Good luck at 3." I go, "Okay, I think you got the wrong person." He's like, "Aren't you doing the show?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I talked to him today." I go, "Yeah, okay, all right, yeah."
He's a nice guy, man. I like Tommaso a lot, and so we'll have to definitely facilitate that and get all that going for you, because he's hungry to learn, and many of our realtors are. It's one of the main reasons we wanted to get this podcast going, because I found that there's so many agents out there who are hungry for information, but like you said, unfortunately, the vast majority of people, you can give them all the information that they could ever need, but the minute they walk out that door, they don't take action. And when you don't take action, you fall back into what you were doing. And so, you know, what you're hearing today, to everybody who's watching our show, take action. do it now. Stop talking about you wish you had done it and just do it today, do it tomorrow, and just put it into your activities.
It's the same thing like this, ready? You know, and I'll blame myself for this because I'm the only one to blame. You know, I was really health conscious on how I eat, when I eat, the whole nine, right? Now, not for nothing, we're quarantined, right? I have a TV that has YouTube on it like everybody else, and I just put on my workouts and work out. But I decided not to. Why? Because I let it get to me and I started eating like crap. And I gained a little bit of weight, and one of my suits don't fit, and it really sucks right now, right? But the thing is that I can change it today. And by June, I'll be drastically different, right? And that goes for anything. You want to be successful in July and August? Start right now. You want to lose weight? Start right now. And take what I'm telling you, because when people go, no, it doesn't work. Look, A, it works because I did it myself. B, it works. I do it all the time with videos. C, I'm telling the truth about don't be like, you know, don't brag to the world and everything, because I've gotten deals over agents that brag already. So thank you very much for bragging about stuff because it gave me the deal. And I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm telling you, build content. I'm telling you, it takes time. Trust me. And number 4, do it today and believe in yourself and just do it. And guess what? At the end of the day, next year, look back and go, holy crap, look at how many deals I had, you know?
Right.
And just want to keep doing it.
Right.
And the most important, because we didn't bring up this topic yet, all this stuff is irrelevant if you're not educated. Continue to educate yourself.
Yes. Yeah, we're big on that and personal development. I think it was Jim Rohn that said your income will never far exceed your personal development. And so I think that that's an important thing. It's something I've kept with me. I read a lot of self-help books. And so, you know, I would suggest to everybody, just like what Keren's saying, you know, keep yourself educated, keep learning your field and learn guest fields, learn fields that are close to yours so that, you know, whenever you're in the dealings with them, you know a little bit more about it, whether that's the mortgage side if you're a realtor, or the title side if you're a realtor, or the title side if you're a lender. So definitely reach out to your partners. So Kerin, I want to go ahead and wrap it up. And I have one last question for you. And that question is, what is the one thing that people can do to start branding themselves today that if they did that, it would make everything else easier or unnecessary? What is that one thing to really just push them over the edge and get it rolling?
You want to brand yourself today. What you want to do is you want to kind of, don't come up with a tacky name or something like that. Just kind of say, okay, what is your hobby? What are you into? You know, at the end of the day, other people are into the same things, and people will start following you as they start. So, you know, find out what you like and kind of brand it. Now, it doesn't have to just be that. Like, maybe your branding is that, like, I'll give you a perfect example. What's the guy's name? It doesn't matter. He makes a homemade apple pie at every closing, right? And as ridiculous as it sounds, people share that. Larry Bartow. He makes a homemade apple pie. And you know what? Not for nothing, as much as it sounds like, the reason it sticks out, how many people make apple pies? Nobody does. So because he's the only one doing it, how many people you think are going to share that? Oh, yeah, my realtor made me an apple pie. It's the best part about real estate or any business, you can have, you know what people are? People are newspapers for you. Mm-hmm. And they're spreading the news for free.
Yep.
Let them spread the news for free of something that you're going to do or something that you represent or whatever the case may be, and keep telling the world this is what you do, and they'll spread it for you.
For sure. Oh my gosh, man. Way to wrap it up. I think that was the best ending I think we could have asked for. So Kerin Clarkin, thank you so much, man. I'm excited to watch the rest of your videos that you have coming out, and keep us in mind if you need anything. And to all our listeners out there, please follow, subscribe, click the link, share us out there to your other realtors that need help, right? We're just trying to bring some knowledge out there. So, you know, that being said, thank you for joining us in another episode of The Briefing Room.